take a spatula and scoop it out. 2.
Can we use our fingers?
Sure. That's what cooking's all about.
Let's really get into this bread.
All right. Next, you're going to add the yeast. First, you pour the yeast into the bowl.
Okay. This is what's going to help it rise.
Right. Then you pour in a half a cup of warm water, and you stir until it dissolves. Okay. You can pour that now in with the milk and butter mixture. So I'll stir that up a bit so it's all mixed as well. And now you're going to start adding your flour.
Okay.
You know, want to pour it through here. This is to sift it, and that incorporates air.
And what's so good about having air in it?
Well, when the bread is baking and it starts to heat, the air expands, and it gives the texture of the bread more of a lightness. Now, once it's all thick, you'll start to knead it. Okay, now you take it out of the bowl. Dust your hands with the flour so that the dough doesn't stick to your hand. And what you're doing is you're rolling the bread. Push it this way, bring it back. With the heel of your hand, push it and bring it back, then push it and bring it back. And this is a nice stiff dough because it's whole wheat.
Why do you have to push it and then bring it back like that? Couldn't you do it just any old way?
No, actually, what you're trying to do is form gluten, and that's one of the proteins in the flour.
So now we shape it into a loaf?
Okay, what you want to do to make it into a loaf is to flatten it out. Flatten it out. We'll cover it with a damp towel. We'll let it sit for about 45 minutes or until it rises until it's about double in size.
And then what?
And then we bring it back to the board, punch it down, knead it just a bit, shape it into a loaf, put it in the loaf pan.
Just pick it up and plop it in?
Now make the seam go on the bottom.
The seam goes on the bottom.
Right.
This is it. It got so much bigger.
That's right, double in size. Now we bake it at 400 degrees.
How long is this going to take to bake?
About 50 minutes.
I think I can hold out that long.
It's worth it.
Ooh, it looks good.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It really is. I'm proud.
First loaf of homemade bread.
You know, it's not going to be my last one. In the time it took for us to make this one loaf of homemade bread, these guys made 7,000 loaves. But that's okay, because they didn't have as much fun as we had. And they don't get to eat what they made. And I do.
Let's see. I think that's just about it. Okay, now, is that pointed right at the sun?
Yeah, I think so.
Fantastic.
Right.
Okay, it's ready.
Wow, that's really something. It works quick. It's already getting warm.
Instant heat is what you get.
Instant food is what I want.
All right, look at that.
Whoa.
More power to burn.
All right. We do it. Yeah.
These are the wheels of the fast red bike that won the race last Saturday night. They were pushed on the way by the sprocket chain by pushing the pedals again and again. Now these are the legs that push the pedals, that move the chain that spun the wheels of the fast red bike that spun through the park last Saturday night. Now these are the teeth of Eunice O'Reilly. They chewed the lunch that got in her tummy and into her blood. And through the muscle that pumped the pedals, that pushed the chain, that spun the wheels of the fast red bike that came in first last Saturday night. Now take a look at the star, the sun. It warmed the ground a while ago. It sprouted the seed that grew the corn, that fed the cows, that made the milk, that made the cheese, that made the lunch that got chewed by the teeth, and was sent to the tummy and into the blood, and it went through the muscles that lifted the leg to move the foot, that pushed the pedals, that moved the chain, that turned the wheels, the fast red bike that came in first last Saturday night.
It's almost ready, Trini. Not quite.
2 down, 1 to go.
You know, we just might have to go back to using our muscle power to turn our wheels when the oil runs out.
Is a bicycle built for 2 twice as efficient?
Nah, because it takes twice as many hamburgers to keep the bicyclers pedaling.
What we need is a way to move more people with less fuel.
Are you sure you want to go through with this race? Do you really think that school bus is more efficient than this little car? Mr. Atkins, our bus driver, says we can get 6 miles per gallon if 2 of the miles are going downhill. My uncle says this car gets a lot more miles on a gallon. You'll see which is more efficient. There are 60 kids. You take 30 of them to school? They're over there. My 30 are on the bus. It looks like the whole 5th grade. We'll have to make a lot of trips, but that's okay. The school is exactly 5 miles from here. Did you buy gas? A gallon plus a little more to get us here. So now we each have a gallon of gas. We'll even give you a head start. There's something fishy going on here. Tell me when you're ready.